Look at this jungle. There's a village right behind it. I'm thinking. I always wanted jungle villages, so I want to transform this ugly village by moving it into the jungle, adding all professions and making it amazing. Ready to join? I know, removing the jungle sounds very bad. I almost feel guilty, but I promise it will be worth it. I immediately discarded the idea of building a jungle village, well, in a jungle style. But I always wanted to build a Greek island port town. You know what I mean? One of those charming little towns in white and blue overlooking the sea and full of flowers. I know, Mediterranean islands are nothing like a jungle, but we will mix the two together. It's my word after all, don't judge me. Wait, do you see it too? That was not supposed to happen. I really think something's wrong in this part of the world. Wow! The vine is growing, and there's more. Follow me. A small one here, and look at that! Can I climb it? Yes, I can. Wow! Feels like a Munchausen situation. I shaped the island with layers and curves to better plan the structures of the town. Soon I reached the stone layers and I realized that there was still some work to do. Time for our sponsor, the Haste 2 Beacon. With a beacon, every chore feels lighter. Now, also worked hard in creating this video. Maybe some villagers die, but it seems like no one really cares, so why should I? We can say village haste and unwanted side effects. On the other side of the island, there will be a high cliff. But on this side, I want a seafront with a small beach, and I have to dig more for a smooth transition. I have so many ideas for this jungle village. I will build 3 windmills on this side of the coast, like the ones in the Greek island of Mykonos. The town will be on the seafront and then extend into the sea, so this will be a bay. Up the hill, there will be animal pens with sheep and even a Sniffer Farm. In the higher part of the town, I will build a university for the cartographers. Outside the town, there will be a field of century-old olive trees and an oil mill. You might think I have enough space, but I'm also stealing it from the ocean by creating a promontory, so the coast will have a more interesting shape with a large bay. Maybe nobody cares about block gathering, but what you will see in 25 seconds took me 7 hours of farming, crafting and organizing. Yes, you hear it, 7 hours. There are more than 20 houses in this village. Each one is unique and in full interiors, so this is why I need so many different blocks. And I still have to plan the university and the countryside. The shulker boxes are for the docks district. These ones for the upper town. And these are the blocks for the windmills and the wheat fields on the east coast. Greek island houses are often painted in white and blue, the colors of the Greek flag. Anyway, I was worried that houses of the same color would look boring in Minecraft, and I chose different color palettes to work with. The colors will repeat, but all the houses will be different in shape. I want to show you the creative process of this side of the town. First, I lay down a design with colored concrete, where each color represents a palette combination. Then I filled the ocean by creating the floor with the shape of the houses. I started from the first layer of blocks to check if it was still looking okay. Then I focused on one house at a time, building the walls and the roofs and leaving all the details for later. The houses are all small and next to each other, creating a U shape. They will be nice to see from every direction, a scenic skyline from the sea and a welcoming street full of life inside. Like I said in the desert village video, in hot climates roofs are often flat because there is no snow to worry about, and flat roofs are easier to build. This is true in Mediterranean architecture too. All of these roofs will be decorated with plants water tanks, and even chairs and tables to relax in the evening hours when the sun goes down. Each house will also have its own purpose as a home or workshop. There will be fletchers, armorers, fishermen, a librarian, and a leather worker. The houses we just built are right on the sea. I still have to decorate it, so don't judge, they will get better. I built the red house for a family of fishermen. They will access directly to the sea with a small dock for fishing boats. I promised you a jungle biome village. Well, we're in the jungle and that's the village. I'm kidding, I will dismantle the original village. That's the first section of the village, and on the other side of the bay I'm about to build some windmills. But for now, follow me. As you can see, I added more houses and many details, flowers and decorations. This is where the town meets the countryside. Down this road, there will be the windmills, and this is the animal area. This pen is ready and is hiding a secret. A noisy secret, as you can hear. A hopper minecart is running under the blocks, and I am turning it into a sniffer farm. Let's put some sniffer eggs, oops, this is my lunch, some sniffer eggs over the moss blocks. The eggs will hatch. The sniffers will grow and dig out ancient seeds while I'm working around here. Yep, it's that simple. But if you want to know more, check my video all about the sniffer. This part of the town is complete, and even if there are no villages yet, it already seems full of life. At the end of the street, you can turn right for the animal area, or left for the seafront, with more nice and cozy houses. I didn't want to build the whole town on a flat surface, so the upper town is a couple of blocks higher than the seafront. All houses have purpose and furniture, and this is the cultural district near the university where all students will live, so there's a bunch of small and cozy houses to rent, like this green one. This house hosts a sea museum with an aquarium filled with tropical fish and a display of both dead and alive coral. This is why there's some water under the floor. The librarian works here as a museum keeper or maybe a marine biologist. He lives upstairs and enjoys his meals in a nice rooftop. Recently, I looted 3 ancient cities and I have plenty of skulk blocks. I think the catalyst looked like a table all set with a dark tablecloth. I used a lot of them on the rooftops. The last house is on the north side, and it's the shepherd's home, so it will be close to the sheep enclosure. A family of shepherds will work here, taking care of the sheep and weaving wonderful banners with their looms. Luckily, I didn't have to travel too far to get 2 sheep. Follow me, girls. You will live in a warm and humid biome. Yeah, perfect for your all. On the other side of the bay, I want some windmills, inspired by the historical landmark of the Greek island of Mykonos. I made a first attempt with mixed white blocks such as calcite and white wool, but I didn't like it, and I decided to use white terracotta instead. The Mykonos windmills have a hay roof, so I used hay bales and stripped bamboo blocks. The result is very similar to the original one, and it also looks pretty good. The 3 windmills are identical, they're supposed to be, and I built the 3rd one almost with my eyes closed. I'm decorating the area with some roses and greenery, and later I will sow the wheat fields. The jungle green is so vivid and bright. It's one of the reasons why I love to build in the jungle. I added some details, as if the mills are used and someone is harvesting wheat and storing it as hay bales. I put 3 beds inside the mills and 3 composters near the fields, and I guess some villagers might decide to live here as farmers. Then I finally saw the fields over the hill. They will look amazing when the wheat has grown and turned golden. The wheat is growing and the windmill's bay is complete. There are many details, and all the windmills have interiors, nothing too fancy, but cozy for the farmers that will live here. Now follow me to the village and take a look at all the houses ready for the villagers to claim. Those are the first houses we built. This is how the windmills look from there. This view is the reason why I created this bay. So far, we built the North Bay with the windmills and many houses and workshops, each one unique and with full interiors. I had so much fun building all these colorful houses that I added far more than I needed for the villager professions. Follow me along the seafront illuminated by street lamps, well, at least at night. There's still room for 3 more little houses along the seafront and a couple more on Upper Town Street. I really like the light blue terracotta palette, and this diagonal house fits perfectly among the others. Instead of playing safe, I experimented with colored palettes, like this little house with smooth basalt and pink terracotta walls, a tree mosaic bamboo and dark oak fences, all around a cherry wood floor. The elements are all different in color, but they merge together, creating a unique little jewel that would have been unnoticed with a less daring combination of colors. Let's admit it, this is weird. This vine is hanging to what? A cloud? I can't stop climbing it, enjoying the view. To protect this beautiful weirdness, I'm putting a fence around it, so the students that will live in this neighborhood can study it and understand its mystery, or maybe start a cult. The seafront ends with a dock. This is the cultural district, and the cartographers start here their journeys to map far unknown lands. The villager trade balance is still experimental, but anyway, I want to be prepared for the new jungle cartographers, so I'm building an entire district for them, all revolving around a large neoclassical style university. I chose a cross shape that, well, it's called creek cross plan for a reason. Neoclassical style calls for bright blocks like quartz and sandstone, but I also want to add the shade effect with walls in white terracotta. So I'm here to restock my supplies. I must say, I'm claustrophobic. White terracotta has to generate always between 2 layers of light grey blocks that I really don't need. Let's get back to the island. I can breathe now. Neoclassical style is challenging to detail because it's very neat and essential. So, this is the foundation. The 4 arms of the building will have columns and they will resemble an ancient Greek temple. The cartography tables are the very reason to build this university, so I put one in every corner, even if I won't need 4 cartographers. The columns should look bright because they are exposed to the sun, so I'm using quartz pillars with their vertical lines. The internal walls are still bright but in the shade, so I'm using white terracotta. Each arm has an andesite flat roof, but the central room is open so scholars can watch and study the stars. The triangular pavements are usually filled with sculptures and I decorated them with an emerald block. The building is done, but more details are needed. Let's have a walk. The shepherd's house is still uninhabited, but the sheep told me I can use their looms. Hi girls, that's been news. See the banner coming out of the loom? First, each university needs a logo. Since they study cartography in here, this is what I choose. Now follow me with this one. It's pretty simple, but I love the effect. I made several copies of the banners and I already placed the globe logo once. The flags go here, on each side. I know the Greek flag has more stripes and the cross in a small square, but hey, this is not bad at all. The front entrance lacks opulence. Let's add some statues and greenery. The university has a beautiful view of the sea, and I want to surround it with gardens where you can sit and chill out. finishing touch for the district is a nice fountain. Can you see the students gather around it during their lunch break? You might think that cartographers are boring people, but no! Their work is full of exploration and adventures. All the studies, all the treasures that they have already mapped are displayed on this panel. Maybe if I turn this, it's not that bad. When everything is done, I'll put a map of the island on the other side. We finished the university for the jungle cartographers in our Greek island, but don't turn off the video. There's still another unique feature to build. Trust me. Oh, please let me be the last house to connect the town to the animal area. I've lost count, but there must be at least 20 different houses in the village. Each one is unique. This is the Mason Workshop, a small building in green terracotta, like many Mediterranean houses. Its roof is flat, with a cozy sitting area. Masons work with different kinds of stones, and I am decorating the workshop with some stone samples. On the outside, I put another stone cutter, and a small cart is filled with raw materials for the masons to cut. Now let's build a ship, and for this ship I've been waiting too long. Just imagine, an ancient and rich city once stood here on the hill, but today we can only see the ruins of that civilization. Well, we might, but villagers use the ruins as animal pens. Yeah, they know nothing about archaeology. The challenge was to create a nice enclosure with temple-like ruins, but from which the ship could not escape. I added more ruins inside the pen and nearby, and also a beet field with a composter for a future farmer. But now it's time to start working on the olive grove. Here on the hill, between the animal enclosures and the university, I want to create an olive grove and an oil mill, while olives are pressed to make oil. I had some visitors and I offered one of them a job in the oil mill. He gladly accepted, abandoning a life of misdeeds and shenanigans, but his boss burned with anger. I know I should have taken the shield from my under chest, but at least I avoided a bad omen. Olive trees can live for centuries. They don't grow tall, but can become pretty peculiar. The grey acacia wood is perfect for the trunk, and I'm using spruce leaves for the foliage. Under the critical gaze of the pillager, I created more unique trees all around the previous buildings. I used tough and mossy cobblestone on the base of the trees, in addition to acacia logs to add some texture. Baskets of freshly harvested olives are scattered around the grove. I tried many blocks for raw olives. My other choice was green concrete powder, but it looked too, powdered. So I chose mangrove leaves with their peculiar texture. Then I was ready for the oil mill. I don't think I ever seen anyone build an oil mill in Minecraft, but they're pretty common in Mediterranean countries. They're usually buildings from the industrial century, which nowadays are being repurposed into fancy restaurants or secluded hotels. I used a gradient of mossy bricks and mud bricks for the walls for a rural touch. The roof is plain and simple, with a touch of mud bricks. For the interior, I designed two big presses. The left one is empty, while this one is in function. The millstone is lowered and the oil drips into the tank. This table is the tasting corner. The quality of the oil is tasted with a slice of fresh bread. Yes, it's a thing you do. Just outside the oil mill, there are pots and barrels filled with oil. Well, that's honey, but don't blame me. A cart loaded with goods is ready to leave, and the llama promised me to take care of it. He gave up his career with a wandering trader and decided to find a new job here where the food is better and nobody cares you to get your lead. Along the road that leads nowhere for now, another cart is already on the way. Business is booming, and land trade is not enough. The oil is also transported by sea. Let's build a little dock right down the cliff. The boat took me longer than I expected. because I forgot to bring a sponge with me, so I created a cobblestone shell, and in the meantime, a dolphin stole my jungle stairs. I had to craft some more. Finally, I spent some quality time with my old buddy. We had fun here in the oil mill, watching the presses, testing some good olive oil, until he managed his anger issues. Do you remember the nearby village from the start of the video? I was about to move the villagers to the promised land, but it's empty. What happened to the villagers? They were perfectly healthy when I started the jungle village. I know it's on me. I should have imprisoned them for their own safety. So I set sail for another village. Come on, jump. Yes, one more to go. Your turn, sir. Ooh, he's living like a baby. Wake up! Nice. Stay here. Enjoy the view, pal. This river is so nice and relaxing. And the life of hard work is expecting you in the jungle village. And here we are. No, don't worry. You won't live in this village. Man, I have to destroy that thing. That, my friend, is your new home. Do you like it? I know. I like it too. I didn't set the two villages free, but I put them in a treehouse breeder in the jungle because I want all villages of the town to be jungle ones. Okay, let's do some microgenetic. If you breed villages in a different biome, like these plains villagers in the jungle, there's still a chance that they give birth to the plains baby villager. If one of the parents is a jungle villager, it's more easy to get a jungle baby. Please notice the cute mixed baby images I made. And only if both the parents are jungle people, you can be totally sure that their offspring will be a jungle villager too. And we have the first jungle baby. Yes, he's not the firstborn of the happy couple. His older brother was a plain villager, but accidents happen and I don't want to talk about it. You're right, kid. So let's take a walk admiring the old mill by night. It's so peaceful, isn't it? And absolutely nothing bad is going to happen in the breeder. It's not like I have to get rid of all the plains villagers until I have enough jungle villagers. And there he is, our first settler. Be free, sir, and don't mess up. Ooh, he's already got a job. I'm so proud of him. More jungle villagers are here, ready to settle the town. And I built this carton loader with a bed, so they won't get homesick and try to get back to their bed in the treehouse breeder. If you watch my video about the Chicago Art Gallery, you already know that I have a thing for map art paintings. This time, I choose olive trees, a Van Gogh painting for my collection. Isn't it just perfect to decorate the oil mill? Hello, my man. Is olive oil business good? I have a gift for you, a Van Gogh masterpiece. You happy? Meanwhile, the villagers are thriving. Let's pay them a visit. Many cities on the sea have a sea museum, and our librarian is the right man for the job. Nice place, man. No, I don't have a ticket for the visit. I actually own the place. Okay, I leave. Not all workstations have been claimed. The fisherman is a remunerative job, so it's always taken, but follow me to the old flora shop. I told you I added more houses than I need. Nobody wants to be a weaponsmith. Kids these days. This cozy room, he's waiting for a leather worker. In the corner house over there, hi kiddo. Oh, one day you will be a Fletcher. Yes, you will. There we have room for one more librarian. I'm not showing you the upper floors, but they all have interiors with bedrooms, storage and sitting areas. This kitchen is the armorer house. And this is one of my favorite, the Weird Stones shop. Good morning, sir. I just talked to your son. He told me he wants to be a Fletcher, just like his old man. He looks so proud. All houses are tiny. It was a challenge to squeeze the interiors into such small spaces. Follow me on the first floor. A student lives here. This is its desk. There's also the rooftop with a tank to water all the plants and the beautiful view over the town, the bay and the jungle on this side. And university and olive grove on the other side. I can't show you all the houses, but let's visit that diagonal one. Oh, hi, sir. The ground floor is a bedroom for two. And if you go out, climb up the road and enter on the first floor, it's a restaurant, but book in advance because seating is limited. Of course, the restaurant has its own rooftop. Ah, I need an holiday. I mean a real one, in a nice little sunny island somewhere. Look at the village with the shaders. The water is amazing and the colors are just perfect. Let me disable the free cam so we can enjoy a little walk here. The mills are still uninhabited, but they are ready to welcome the villagers when they wander here. I hear villagers inside the houses and workshops, so this district is already claimed. Good day, sir. Like I said, there is never a shortage of fishermen, and here's the mason so busy in its workshop. I guess he's so happy to work with such a nice view of the bay. Let's head to the olive grove. When you see an olive tree with a thick, twisted trunk, it's probably more than a century old. That's the oil mill with the presses. The cart with our friend the llama and the oil ship looks so cute. This is the university, surrounded by gardens and crimson benches. Then the fountain, the pier and the mystery vine. Now we're back to the seafront with its beach. Many Greek island towns have these tiny beaches, few meters of sand or pebbles, packed with tourists and kissed by the sun. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe because I will transform all villages and create even the swamp one. See you soon!